Hey, what it do? What the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely, and I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. Holla at your boy AB. How you feeling out there?
Hey man, we looking good out here in the playoffs. It's the best time of the year. NBA
Pistons are back in the playoffs.
playoffs. Yes.
Pistons back in the playoffs. What were you, 12? What was it, the 40s when the last time y'all was in the
We
playoffs?
ain't won a playoff game since '08.
Jesus Christ. That was before we moved to Atlanta.
Yeah, that was a long. Listen, '08 was a
God
very different
damn.
time.
It don't even feel like it was that long ago, though. Pause. Jesus
Tough. We done. I think we lost
Christ.
12 in a row.
Y'all lost 12 playoff games in a row?
Yeah.
Playoffs been all right, man. That Denver LA series cooking. Them
Koala
two
like
good ass games.
Koala like a young me. That's how I used to hoop on niggas out South Nashville. Ask about me.
Don't put that on us, nigga. You did that in Bordeaux. Cause we ain't see none of that out south. You did that on Clarksville Highway, nigga. You ain't do that at Christ the King. He have been hooping though, man. We know what y'all here for, the latest and greatest in hip hop from a southern perspective. This week, man, we got some things for you. We've been talking about it for a long time. Billy Gang Kush
Your
drops a new
man.
album. That's my guy. Drops a new album and he got some questionable promo with it. So we'll talk about that. The 30 best hip hop song of the 2020s. If me and AB are qualified to speak on those, we will. Nas Mass Appeal announces 7 new albums from some OGs. We want to know which one that you guys are checking for. Wallow has some comments about black businesses. But first, Lil Wayne had an interview, I think it was with Billboard.
Billboard, Rolling
And
Stone, one of them.
one of those. And boy, Lil Wayne, in true Lil Wayne fashion, went up there and said some things, AB. Some of those being, he didn't know Dirk was in jail, which I probably could believe that. He didn't know Jay-Z and Kanye had an album. That was just kind of crazy. And he didn't know Not Like Us was about Drake, which is probably the biggest lie that he told when he was up there. My question to you, AB, is are you buying this?
Yeah, shout out to my guy Big Jeff in the group chat. He made a very good point.
Which
Because I
was?
wasn't believing any of this at first. He said Lil Durk, he didn't know Dirk was locked up despite being in a dressing room with 2 free Lil Durk shirts hanging up in the dressing room, literally in the room he was sitting being interviewed in. Saying Watch the Throne, he wasn't familiar with Watch the Throne, with him being as big of a Jay-Z fan as he claims to be. I know 2011 was probably a whirlwind for him. I know he was the greatest rapper on earth, best rapper alive at the time.
Mm.
Maybe a little bit of that sheen had wore off by 2011, but still, Jay-Z and Kanye, that album was a huge deal. And then saying Not Like Us, Drake is name dropped in Not Like Us. So I didn't want to believe any of this, but shout out to my guy Big Jeff. He said it's the drugs, and I said, you know what?
Mm.
So you know what, Big Jeff, you own to something, bro. The drugs would explain it. Soon we're gonna look at Wayne. He's gonna be walking around here like Ozzy Osbourne,
That's
looking
crazy.
insane, and he's not gonna remember half of the shit that he did or heard or saw in his life, dude. And this is proof of it because he knew about these situations, he just forgot. That's all that is. And I hate to see it. It's actually sad. A piece of it's kind of sad, but to not know watch or to not remember Watch the Throne came out. I don't know if he got early onset. I don't know what this is about, but there's no way he had no clue that it happened. That's impossible. At least
Mm.
in the time it happened. He may have forgotten since, but there's no way that just flew under the radars. There's no way. He'd have to have literally been on another planet.
Which he probably was. Um,
Was he locked up in 2011? I gotta look that up. I'm gonna look that up.
you can look that up. I'm not so quick to blame the drugs. I like people want to get high, they can get high, man. I ain't gonna blame them for that. I think it's more so this is part of my aesthetic. Like I've been doing this, I'm gonna keep doing this. I don't have anything prevalent to say about any of this stuff because one, I don't care, but I don't want to look like an asshole. Last time I commented on some shit with the Black Lives Matter, motherfuckers killed me for it. So you know what I'm gonna do now for moving on? Oh, I didn't even know that happened. Oh, 21 Savage ain't a group. Oh, damn, you could have fooled me. Oh, Dirk locked up. Like I think this is an act. I think Wayne is putting on just because he don't want to talk about these things, and it looks better, and you get more publicity. You get more people talking about you. You're put in the zeitgeist more when you say, "Oh, I don't know," because people are gonna respond and be like, "Nigga, how you don't know? This is all everybody is talking about." Versus them asking you and be like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that," or "I don't care about that," or "I don't have a comment on that." And then you look lame. And now niggas not gonna talk about it. So I think this is an act. I think I even think like to go a step further to what you and Jeff said, the drug shit is an act. He don't be that high. I don't like
I
if you're
don't
not
know, man.
he don't be that
Look
high,
at him,
bro.
bro.
Like, look at like, unless okay, I don't know what type of drugs that y'all are referring to, but
Hard
I see.
drugs.
I was about to say I'm thinking weed, and I see niggas that smoke just as much as him, and they can like Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, like
Wiz
it's
Khalifa
niggas
also thinks
that's
the Earth is flat.
oh, okay, that ain't the drugs though. That's trying to be smart shit. Like that's oh, I'm smarter than you, and I know some nerdy white boys that explain it to you, and I seen some YouTube videos that like nigga get out of here, bro. But yeah, that's what that is. It ain't because he be high. Like he may be more open to it because he high, but the firm belief in it ain't because he high. It's because you're trying to be different. So yeah, I don't think it's a drug. I think this is just an act, man. And I don't care. It got him like recognition. Carter Six is on the way in June. This is what he sat down with them for. So I think he accomplished what he wanted to and kept his name like talked about as he's not doing anything.
Whoever interviewed him should have been like, wait, there's five Carters? Wait, what? When them
He
come
said,
out? That's what a nigga
I
should
thought it
have
was the
played him with.
Carter one.
Right, exactly. Niggas
This
more,
ain't
hold
the
on, there's
first
more than one
Carter.
Carter? When you drop that, bro, that's what he should have said. Or he or she should have said. Look, I will say this though. If he truly hasn't heard Watch the Throne, that would be some great content of him hearing that for the first time, watching Otis for the
Oh,
first time. That should have been
that,
hard.
that should have been the interview of thing. Like, oh, you
Man, I
ain't
would have pulled the
heard
phone
Watch the
out
Throne. Oh, God,
immediately.
wait, stop the cameras for a second. Let me get it loaded up. Then y'all start rolling again. I'm finna play this
Facts.
from the jump, nigga. You got to hit this. Nigga, you ain't heard like, come on, bro. That's insane work.
That would have
And he
been
got kids, bro. He got kids that are of age. His son is on his album.
right.
I got Regine. I think I did his daughter name
Yeah, yeah,
Regine.
for sure.
He damn near 30. Like, come
Yeah,
on, bro. Like
facts.
you know this stuff. Come on.
Not knowing Watch the Throne, that hurt though. 'Cause Wayne's supposed to be
He probably
maybe he's
stopped
not
listening.
supposed to be, but I looked at him more of a student in the game than that.
He probably used to be.
Mm,
He probably like if Wayne told me the last Jay-Z album that he heard was The Blueprint, I would believe that.
that's crazy.
Oh, well, now he was on American Gangster.
He might
That
not have
was
heard the
about oh
album though.
05 ish.
That don't mean he
Right.
heard the album.
I know he didn't see the movie. That's a movie? Yes, bro. This is a movie soundtrack, my guy. It's not about Jay-Z's life.
But we know
Come
Wayne
on.
being his own work because he didn't know nothing about the Jello song and he still got on it. So that's believable because that kind of sparked up pretty quick. If he not scrolling TikTok all day, that's one
Which
thing.
I don't believe he is.
Probably not, but you never heard watch you didn't know it existed. Saying he never heard it, I would have bought it. But saying you didn't know it existed, that's a stretch. That's beyond a stretch. Not I sit here and think about it.
While we on the subject, I can't let you get off because people that watch and listen to the show for years wouldn't even let me live it down. What about your man? You
Ooh,
gotta give a comment on your man. Speaking of Watch the Throne and the
Kanye?
tweet. Yes. Don't act like you did. Now you acting like Wayne? You
He got
pulling
a
the Wayne?
Twitter
Huh?
account?
I didn't know it happened. What,
Kanye be
what
tweet?
about what about your man saying he sucked his cousin's dick until he was 12 years old? Do you have any comment on that?
Bruh, I stopped listening to Ye.
Oh
See, this is why I'm
God,
glad
man.
these are recorded. Because I've said, because now it only
Yeah,
like cap when I'm
yeah.
saying this. Because I have
I
been
give you that.
said I have stopped listening to dude
I give you
since
that.
the Sway interview. That was probably the last time I listened to him. From the TMZ interview on, I have stopped listening to him. And when it comes to interviews, and because he is the epitome of I'm saying this to get attention. And if you've noticed with the tweets, they've just gotten spicier and spicier and now it's the spiciest. I don't know where you go from here. Like I don't
Nah,
like.
this it. You can't go no worse. Like this, like I don't know where you go from here,
We
bro.
say that. We said that with the Hitler. We said that with the swastika T-shirt.
Yeah,
We
that
said
is
that with
true.
the ice. Then he when they got it iced out. Then he go like, bro. It's just he's just leveling up every time. He's just trying to get people to talk about him. It's blatant to me. It's been blatant.
That boy to say, I bet you this the same cousin that stole the laptop with the naked pictures
That
on.
was funny.
It has to be. It has to be the same cousin, bro. Gotta be.
How many cousins do we got anyway? Who? How many family members have ever came out and been like, I'm related to Kanye West too? Are we sure that
Hey,
he got family, bro? He might have made this whole cousin shit up, bro.
one thing I will say about it, I've seen a lot of people lean into the he's sick, we should be concerned as they have, and then this is just like I can't get there with it. Like I do not believe that it ain't no more than I'm addicted to fame, bro. Like
I agree.
this is what's gonna keep me relevant. I'm not I ain't giving too much credence to the mental illness shit no more. Like I think like if you wilding out like this, it ain't one person around you that could be like, hey man, come on, we need to have a conversation. Like I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I
Just as a
don't
human
either.
being, I don't believe that.
I
So
think the Taylor Swift thing was probably the worst thing to happen to him because that he saw
it
what
showed him.
attention, how much attention he got from that, but he bounced back because he dropped Dark Twisted Fantasy right after that and had
Hmm.
everybody are like right back on him. And I think that was probably the worst thing, bro. It started with the George Bush
Mm,
shit, but people
yeah.
was riding with that because of the cause and the message. The Taylor Swift thing was just kind of like just him being like an asshole, just like I'm finna take this moment right here, fuck who on stage. And it's like
Hmm.
that. So people were pissed at him for that, like more pissed off. People were more championing for the George Bush shit. So now he sees what happened when people are pissed, and it just like he think he Teflon. He think he. I don't know what it is, dude, but it's that was the worst thing that happened to him. I ain't even gonna lie. He been on 10 ever since, and it's some slaw.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kanye, man.
Next up, man, hip hop adjacent, man. Wallow, one of the big personalities in hip hop culture, podcasting. Obviously, one half $1 million worth of game podcast had a very interesting clip that surfaced last week where he spoke. Looked like he was speaking at I don't know. It was in front of a crowd, had a microphone,
Motivational. It was a motivational speaking event.
motivational speaking event. And he was vehemently speaking against supporting black businesses blindly. He said, "You support good businesses, not black businesses, just because they're black. Don't let anybody trick you out of only spending your dollars at a black business. We talk business here. Wallow is hip hop adjacent. That's why this is on the docket for the day. What do you think his comments were out of line, or did people overreact?
Um, the bell that I'll shoot him is this wasn't a recorded event, and this footage came from somebody's phone.
True.
So you're thinking that you're in a room and this is like a intimate conversation, but I
Agreed.
mean everything makes it to the internet nowadays. Where I disagree with him is if you don't know that this is an intimate conversation, if they didn't put your phones in the little bags when you came in and they can't press play, then you don't say this, bro. Like even if you believe it, you don't want people walking out of there taking this the wrong way. Like, oh, I ain't gonna do it just because. Like, it's some people that won't be able to decipher what he was saying. Like, what he's saying is not wrong, but me, Spike Lou, will I give your business a chance just because it's a black business? Yes, I will do that. Are you going to sell me off the wham and be like, hey man, support me because I'm black? No. But I have business acumen. Like I ain't just come like the nigga selling like I ain't gonna be like you can't just come to me selling anything random and think that because you black, I'm gonna buy it. That's obvious. I would have thought that was obvious, and I wouldn't say that to a room full of people. I'm kind of disappointed in Wallow at the vitriol that he spoke with about that. Like he didn't got shook before. And if you have, I get it, my nigga, but that's not a talking point that you spread to a room full of entrepreneurs again, because niggas are going to take that the wrong way. I didn't like it. I didn't like that he did that in front of that many people. That's a conversation that you have with you and your homies or you and Gilly or whatever it may be. But I don't like spreading that narrative like, oh, it has to be a good business, because that's obvious. That's taking away the business acumen of the consumers. Yes, nigga, it has to be a good business. But I am going to give you more chances if you black. That's just me. I'm gonna give you like, okay, one time it took an hour to get the food, nigga. That happens at other popular restaurants too. It ain't just black. I think people, they have this expectation that, oh, since you're black, we're gonna hold you to this higher standard as black people, and that's just wrong. Because you don't do that when you go to fucking Cheesecake Factory. You don't do that when you buy the shit from wherever it may be, and the China man made it. Like that just doesn't happen. So I think it's a dangerous narrative to put out there to be like, oh, well, I ain't gonna support you just because you black. I am. And I don't like that Wallow said that.
I think you made a real point that the narrative that he put out, like you said, this wasn't streaming live on Facebook. Someone had the phone ducked off. You could tell they were kind of slick in the cut a little bit, and he thought this was a space. I've been to, live, whatever you want to call it, like town hall meeting type situations. We in Atlanta, A Mom and Ye, the sneaker store has them relatively often. The owner would be down there. He take everybody's phone, and he say like, "This is a conversation. This is between us. Y'all got dressed, came down here for this reason. We're in a space where we need to be able to say what we need to say and
Thanks.
understand the context in which it's being said." But if you take the context out, if somebody was to film 15 seconds of this, what I might say might sound nuts, but that's because you stripped away the before and after. That's kind of how I look at this situation. Two, he was saying it with a lot of emphasis. And anytime you do that, it because he was saying it with his chest for sure. And it made it seem like it was coming from when you do that, it can sound like you're being critical or it can come from a place of hate. I didn't get that vibe. I think he was knowing I mean, not knowing him personally, but knowing of his content, it felt like he was using this more as a challenge to black businesses for them to not lean on I'm
I'm a black
new,
business.
give me a chance. Y'all don't do this to other fuck all of that. Just be a good whatever it is that you're doing. Like fuck what everybody else doing. But because then there is nothing. You don't need nothing to lean on but good service or good food or good whatever product. Focus more on that and not necessarily people sometimes use it as a crutch. You were just gonna say it. People come up to you, man, fuck with me, man. They lead with the black business shit as if that's finna be enough for to be like, oh shit, you a black business? Take all my money. I don't care if the product's good. Like, no, bro. Like that's not. And I feel like he was having that conversation in front of people who an intimate crowd that knew what time they were on in that building and taking it out of context with a recorded clip. That's the part I hated the most about it. Honestly, I don't like that piece.
So you're not critical of him for saying it.
No, because I think he means well. I look at
Okay.
intent, and I think he means well.
Gotcha.
I think he comes from a no excuse. But have you? I don't know if you ever watched real quick Idea Generation on YouTube. It's a really dope
Mm-mm.
series on Complex. But he has an episode, and they showed a clip of him. They asked him how he got into podcasting. He said when he was locked up, he wrote down his plan when he got out, and he has a video of him recording himself the day he got out. He had $1,000. He filmed this. He said, "Yo, I got $1,000. Watch me turn this into 10 million." It was
Mm.
like '08, '07, whatever year he got out. Niggas that move like that, and he signed a big dog deal not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
When people move like that, bro, excuses aren't in their vocabulary. Like
Facts.
it's just a different type of grind. It's a different type of drive. So a lot of times we hear, "Oh man, I know it took an hour, but black business, we knew it, bro." Nigga, successful people don't want to hear that shit, bro. It don't matter what black, white. It's a different type of drive. It's a different type of mentality. And I think he's trying to say, don't have that like be easy on me. Like, no, just step your game up. And it goes for he said that goes for anybody. We just so happen to
Yeah,
be talking about black business.
that's a good point. What I would say to that, and where I take offense to the whole approach is, and not even singling out Wallow, but even when people come to me as, oh, I'm and lead, like you said, when I'm a black business, That's being disrespectful for me to me as a consumer.
I agree.
Thinking that that's going to be the hook, as if I'm only going to support you because I'm black. Like I take pride in being a consumer and where I spend my money, nigga. Like I will give you a shot, but if your lead pitch is because I'm black, now I'm looking at you funny.
You're saying the same
So
thing Wallow was saying, bro.
yeah, but he
He's not
said it in a
yelling.
different. Yeah, he just. But he said it in a different way though. He was saying that, oh, I'm not only going to do that. I'll give you a shot because you black, but you can't. That can't be the pitch. I'm black. Like the product pitch needs to be good because I'm a high intelligence consumer.
I know
Like
that's
nigga,
right.
I'm looking at what you selling. I'm looking at what like I don't need that. So if you're gonna come try to sell it to me and you my money that I work hard for, it gotta be more than just I'm black. So I do respect what he's saying when he says that, but I do think it's disrespectful to the black consumer to think that we are not intelligent enough to look past it and be like, you know what? That don't mean a goddamn thing to me, my
And that's
nigga.
why I say I think that was a message for the black business owner, not the black consumer.
Facts. Exactly. I agree with you there. All right, next man. Back to the music. That was a fun conversation about business. Nas, Mass Appeal. If y'all remember, that's his record label. 7 brand new albums coming from OGs, including Big L and others. AB. If you look at this list, tell me which album do you anticipate the most?
I'll tell you what, I don't know how much I'm anticipating many of these, but I love the rollout. It's called Legend
Mhm.
Has It. It's reminding me of the Good Music Wyoming sessions when they dropped in consecutive weeks with the 7 track EP joints. This is Big L, De La Soul, Raekwon, Mobb Deep, Ghostface, Nas and DJ Premier, and then there's a special guest album that we don't know what artist it is. I'm loving the
Mm.
rollout. I'm here for the Nas and Premier album for sure. Everybody else I'm good on. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Even Big L?
I fuck with Big L, but it's gonna be, bro, what, from 96, 90, late 90s? Like it's gonna be dated, let's be honest. I'm going to listen to it, but I don't have high expectations. I'm not a daylight guy. You know how we feel about the Woo and Mobb Deep. Yeah, I'll listen to Prodigy solo shit before I listen to Mobb Deep shit. So, and
That's
I am
crazy.
curious of the special guest though. I'm Who is that? What is that? You got me with that. Who is that? I do want to know who that is, but
Mm.
outside of that, that Nas and Premier getting played off Wham, that's probably going to be the last release. If I had to assume, if they're doing this in like a consecutive week type thing, that's got to be the icing on the cake. You can't lead with that. But this is a dope ass rollout though for sure. Who you are you checking for any of these at all?
Yeah, this is a dope rollout. I kind of agree with your sentiments about Big L. Never really got into him. Not to say that I don't think he's dope. I do. I just don't probably want to hear that
Yeah,
with 30-year-old music at this point, 40-year-old music. I don't want to hear that. Me as Ghostface and Raekwon. I like both of them. I'm not a big Wu-Tang fan, like you said, but I do individually like those are my 2 favorite members. If I had to pick 2 people that I can listen to their albums and rap and like their style and the old school soul shit that speaks to me, like they do it. So Ghostface and Raekwon under Nas's like guys with the Mass Appeal record label, that's the one that I'm looking forward to the most. I will never in my life hit play on a Mobb Deep album. I don't know how y'all do it. It's the most uninteresting, overrated group in the history of hip hop, but I'll let y'all have it. But the rollout is good. I do fuck with the rollout. This is dope. Nas has been saying he was gonna do this. One of my favorite thing about Nas's second hand of his career is he's doing everything that he said he's gonna do. Like this is what when people the Nas fans come to you and say, well, Nas better than Hove and this, that, and the third. From a business standpoint, it ain't even a question. It's Hove. But if we talking about an artist and what the clinic that Nas has put on the second half of his career, even doing things like this, being active, of course the series with Hit Boy, like it's so impressive to see that this nigga still fuck with rap like he does.
yep.
And that's one of the disappointing things as a J fan to see him like, I don't even really fuck with that shit, nigga. I just made a lot of money off of it, and y'all, I'm here to look at art and do different stuff. It's just disappointing that Jay ain't as active as Nas is, but it makes me appreciate Nas a lot more.
Shout out to Mass Appeal though. I love what Nas is doing with that. They've had a couple of documentaries that were really dope in the last few years. Like I said, I love the rollout. What if Rockefeller came out with this? Legend has it, 7 Rockefeller artists. But say they EP, they 7 tracks apiece.
Do they got
Kanye
seven
beats,
artists?
Just Blaze beats.
Who the artist gonna be though?
Beanie, the AI
AI
Beanie,
AI Mania. Okay.
Freeway, Young
I want to hear
Guns.
free. You want to hear Freeway in 2025?
No, but somebody might. Respectfully,
Oh
somebody might
shit.
though.
Dipset reunion. You want to hear that?
Nah.
Under Rockefeller guys though, with Just Blaze and stuff.
Yeah, if they let's say they're all just Blaze. Fuck it. 7 tracks, all just Blaze.
Okay, now maybe
Beanie,
on board. But
Freeway.
Hove got to drop
Oh
one.
yeah, Hove for sure.
Hove
Hove,
has to drop one.
100%. Young
They gonna
Guns.
they gonna try to slide that Memphis Bleak in there, and I ain't gonna be here
That's
for it.
gonna blow it.
They gonna slide that Memphis Bleak in there. That's gonna blow the whole thing. Shout out Rich.
That's gonna fuck the whole
Oh
rollout.
man, that's gonna fuck everything up, bro. Like nigga,
And he gonna
that's
pick the worst
insane.
Just Blaze beats on
Oh
top of
my
that.
god, bro. And Jay gonna have 3 solo songs on his seven, his 7 EP, 7 song EP. Jay gonna have 3 solo songs on the Memphis Bleak record.
I like
Shout
that.
out Duke though.
Listen. I like this rollout. I like that this exists. It's just I'm 1 for 7. Well, one in a possible because I got to see who the surprise is.
I'd like to see somebody from down south do this. Like
Like a
take
label.
seven legendary groups. Like if a nigga told me a down south producer said I'm working on an album and I got Scarface, I got A Ball and MJG, I got Bun B, I got Project Pat, I
Okay.
got Trick Daddy.
Hmm.
Like if you told me that,
Something like
like
that.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that all day. Even
I ain't
maybe
mad
more
at
so
that.
than the Rockefeller. Yeah.
Who the West got?
Juvenile, maybe.
What the
Ooh,
Midwest?
Jeez.
Trying to think of OGs.
Um, oh geez, from
You
the
want to do
West
or
Coast.
die?
I
You
don't
want
know
the
if I'm
seven
checking
piece
the.
twister?
I do the 7 piece twister. I
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
the biggest twister fan. Y'all know I don't fuck with the fast route, but I will. I do respect the twister 7 piece.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Damn, the West Coast. Ice Cube. Ice Cube
He
just put
dropped
out
a
an album, didn't
yeah,
he?
he just dropped a whole
And
fucking
Snoop just put out an album. Them niggas don't
and
stop.
too
Nigga,
short.
I was just gonna say that was my next stop. I said, nigga, you know Too Short got a new album,
Uh,
nigga?
them
That's
niggas ain't never stopped.
crazy. They don't
E40
stop.
kept going, so it ain't like
Like,
nobody
ain't
too
none of
short.
them ain't not been heard of, nigga. You have to be dead. Have to be like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know what the West Coast will do.
Let us know which ones y'all checking for, man. Next up, I don't know where you found this at. Yardbarker.com. The fuck is that? They dropped a list, so we're
And
gonna
it's
react
slow
to
out
it.
here.
The 30 best hip hop songs of the 2020.
Mm.
This is yardbarker.com. I don't know if this is a real site or what. I don't know where you got this shit.
YB Entertainment News, nigga. YBs.
YBs. My question is simple, man. Out of these 30, what's the batting percentage? Do you think they did a good job with these 30 tracks? Some of the biggest songs of the 2020s, or were there glaring omissions when you were looking at this?
Yeah, so Yard Barker did the 30 greatest hip hop songs of the 2020s, and one of 30 was Savage remix with Beyonce and Meg Thee Stallion. I get it, it's Beyonce.
Yeah,
I
that
ain't gonna
makes sense.
argue
Oh, these
that.
aren't in any order though, I don't think.
But say one of 30, two of 30, like they got the number beside it. I don't know, like you're right. I don't know if they in any order.
It ain't right.
The box, man, on there, that's good. But
That makes
no,
sense.
I was surprised that this list was so good. As far
Mm.
as like, I don't really know some of these songs to be honest with you. Some shit on here I don't know, but the shit that I do know, if I think about it, I'm like, okay, yeah, that is like Big Energy by Lotto. Yeah, of course. Not like us, absolutely.
Yeah, no, yeah.
TGIF, Glorilla, like all of these are like these are major songs, so it seemed like they hit everything on the head. If I were gonna add one AB, it would be Lil Baby's freestyle.
That came
Like
out
I
in
feel like
2020?
didn't.
Nah, I think that was, yeah, double check that. That might have been right before the pandemic. It might have been
Okay.
pre-pandemic.
Let's see. Oh, you're right. God damn, it came out in 2017. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
wait, shit. I ain't got nothing to add to this list. Then it's a pretty solid list.
Nah, this list, I'm not gonna lie. It was a couple of joints I was surprised, like pleasantly surprised to see. Deep Reverence, Big Sean and Nipsey. Oh, I fucked with that. I was like, okay. Then you got some of the big ones. You got like WAP by Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, I get it. That's fine. Push and
Pushing
P, that's
P.
fine. First person shooter, Drake and Cole, that's fine. All this makes sense to me. The Nissan Altima by Doechii, that song is terrible. I don't know. I don't know why motherfuckers acting like they like that song. That song is ass. Everybody by Nicki, that makes sense. They got a Larry June song on here. Shout out to 89 Earthquake. I'm just happy he's on the list. They picked the
Facts.
Freddie Gibbs song, but it's the wrong song. Uh,
What would your Freddie Gibbs song be for the
I
2020s?
I would just pick something off that. They picked something off one of his midest albums. Like that
Mm,
Soul Separate was supreme mid, dog. But the one, the Everybody Dies Once, I think it. Oh no, You Only Die Twice. I would have picked something off that, personally. But I was good. I was good to see a Wale song on here. I was good to see that Tyler the Creator song is fire. This is actually a shout out to
solid
Yard
list right here.
Barker,
Yeah.
YB. It's actually a super straight list, dude. I really can't even
Facts.
go hard on it like I want to. Shout out to Maya Singleton who wrote it. It's kind of fire.
That's why I put it on here. I was actually surprised as I was going through. I was like, okay, I know this song. Like I ain't as watched as I thought. But yeah, it's a pretty solid list. Again, shout out to Yara Barker. But y'all let us know, man, y'all favorite songs of the
And they
2020s.
ain't
Go
got to
ahead
be
and leave them
singles
in the
either.
comments. Yeah, they ain't gotta be singles, just B-sides, whatever it may be. Let us know what y'all think and what y'all would add to this list of the top songs of the
Damn, that
2020s.
You Only Live Twice came out in 2017. God damn, never mind. Wow. I'd have probably got some off that Alfredo. That probably that Scotty Beam, something like that. I'd
That's
have
a
went
good
with
song. I
that.
remember that. What's the song with him and Pusha T?
Ooh.
Valvoline or some shit like that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Palm Olive.
Palm Olive. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wonder when that
Maybe
came
some off
out.
that
All
Killer
right.
Mike Michael too.
Oh, most definitely
Something
something for
off
the
that.
junkies. That's the
Yeah,
first thing
yeah.
I
There
thought
you go.
about,
Yeah.
something for the junkies. All right, man. Before we get into these wins and these losses, we've been talking about him here. This is my man's. I cannot wait till the album drop April 25th. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Belly Gang Cushington. I'm here for all the little loosies that he's dropped. I ain't really a big fan of the promo that he's been doing, and that's what we're here to address right now. AB, his album comes out Friday. I'll get the name of it before we end this segment. But in preparation for the album, Belly Gang Cushington is selling a white t-shirt wrapped up like a brick. And when I say white t-shirt, I don't mean a white t-shirt with his name on there. I don't mean that there's a white t-shirt with any identifying signatures of his brand. I mean it's a white t-shirt. One that you would get in the gas station, a Foot Locker, or wherever it may be that you got your white t-shirts back in the day. And he's selling this white t-shirt wrapped up like a brick with the tape for $100. AB, what do you think about this rollout?
Um,
Letter grade. Just give it a letter grade.
it's a C.
Mm,
He said I made plenty of hundreds with these white tees on, so I can sell them for 100 if I want to. That's a
okay.
really nice caption. I'm not gonna lie. I like the
It
caption.
is.
That was A plus for the caption, but it's a little, it's a little too. So he's a trap. You would classify him as a trap rapper. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a little too on the nose for me. Like there's a point where it's like, okay, nigga, we get it. But then also some people think he's white. So then also I'm kind of feeling that because he's playing because that also kind of plays to the white t-shirt thing a little bit. That's how I read it. But sometimes you can be a little too on the nose, and it's like, okay, like, fam, we get it. You're Jeezy reincarnated, Snowman 2.0, all that shit. And then plus, you don't have to buy it either. I feel like the price is the
That's true.
price. It's whatever you feel it's valued. If he was smart, he should have it limited. But I think Pusha T has done that wrapped in a brick merch thing before too, though.
Has he? What did he
Yeah,
wrap up?
he did that. I can't remember what album, but he did that for a
Mm,
project. But it was not a white tee though. I think this is for My Name Is My Name, maybe. Don't nobody
mm.
quote me on that, but it, I give it a C. I give it a C. I like the caption. I like the rollout, but it's a little too much, man. Like he's already killing me with the standing in the middle of the interstate, blocking traffic for 5 hours. He's already killing me with the I only wear Air Force One. I switch my Air Force Ones 5 times a day. I was like, okay, man. Like bro, this shit better be fire, bro. Like that you're killing
Oh
me with
my
this shit. What's
God,
next,
man.
bro? Huh? You had to say you gonna say a scale. Your CD gonna come on the scale with this guy. Get it, guys. Scale. I was like, okay, man. Damn. You got a
Uh,
paperweight nigga that's get cuts a scale. Get it, guys? Like, all right, bro.
hey man, I love this dude music, and I wish that I felt differently from you. But this is turning me off, bro.
Yeah, it's too much.
Like, and I don't know if it's because I'm old, I'm not outside, and this shit don't resonate with me anymore. But like, my first complaint as a businessman would be, how do I signify? Like, I didn't see nothing on the T-shirt. Like, so I don't know. Like, unless a nigga posting the unboxing, and if you expecting hood niggas to do that, good luck.
You're right.
But I don't know the Belly Gang Cushington $100 t-shirt
If you
versus
saw it.
the gas station 5.99. I don't know the difference, bro. You
Yeah.
might have packaged it cool, and that's fine, but like that's, and then you get to the traffic thing, and we thinking about it as old niggas. Like, maybe I was trying to get to work, maybe I had some
Facts.
business to get to. You fucking up traffic. Then the Air Force One thing, me and my homie was talking about this. Was like, bro, that don't, now niggas gonna be asking you about this in every interview versus the music. So you said the right thing. This shit better be banging, bro. Cause you done put out 15, 16 Lucy's. All of them was banging. In my opinion, I fuck with all the songs, but now you're doing more to deter people from the music, which is what you got to do nowadays. I get it, but I don't know if that's the trap rapper route. That ain't for niggas like you. And I think somebody may be giving him bad advice and telling him that he got to do this viral shit in order to get the album popping. But on the other
We are
hand,
talking about it.
we are talking about him more than we have talked about him before, and he been putting music out for 2 years.
Yeah.
And the music's been consistent. I really, 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 really hope that this album is good, man. Like, this is like, I don't want this to deter my opinion on him, man, because I'm not. I get it. I give it a D. I ain't fucking with none of the marketing at all, bro. Because I was in for the music. Like a nigga like me, my age, has been listening to hip hop for so long. Like he had me with the 17 Lucy's. Like all of them was fire to me. Like I just needed the album. But now that the album coming and it's getting more closely associated to the antics, like there's more pressure that the album has to be good. Like it couldn't be like it used to could have been when he was putting those Lucy's out. Like he got 17 Lucy's, like all of them banging. Yeah, so he missed on his first album and went that highly publicized. It's cool. I'll wait for the next one. But now it's like, oh nah, bro, you gotta hit this shit out the park. So niggas ain't associating you with Air Force Ones and t-shirts and stopping traffic. So yeah, it's taking a turn, but I can't wait till Friday till this come out. I'm listening to this at 12 o'clock, AB.
That's nuts. The album is called The Streets Is Yours. He signed to LVRN. That's the same label as Summer Walker. They got a pretty big footprint down here in the A. So, and he had a listening party at the Trap Music Museum, of course. I'm surprised he didn't
When was
have it
that?
in like a
Damn,
real
how I
trap
missed that.
house.
I'm
It was
surprised he ain't have it at a real trap house. It's
come on,
crazy.
bro. On the seventh, it was on the 17th.
Damn, how'd I miss that? I wasn't
Y'all
gonna
come
go,
meet me
but
at this
how'd I missed
real
it?
band, though, nigga. Like how Jim Jones walked in on the drug deal. We having a
Meet me in
listening.
Bankhead. Meet me in Bankhead, shouted. Right off of Donald Howe, whatever Boulevard. No. No, thank you. My nigga.
Oh
I'm
shit.
straight.
All right, man. Now I'm gonna check it out too. It will not be at midnight though. Listen, man. Before we get to these wins and losses, Akon, your man's. Akon had an interview, and they asked him. TMZ called up with him, said, "Hey, man, what you think about these artists collabing with country artists? I don't know if y'all been peeping this lately, but Snoop Dogg, Moneybagg Yo, Big X the Plug, Lil Durk. There's been a lot of like hip hop and country mashups over the last couple years." So they asked him about it. He said, "Man, it's funny you ask. I'm redoing my whole catalog in country." Said, "I'm not joking. I've had this idea for years. The project has been in motion for the last couple of years, but starting next month, you're going to see all the releases." Are you here for Akon's whole discography remade into another genre? And if not, is there anybody else you would hear that from?
Hey boy, them Africans know how to get to it, man. They know how to get to it. That's all I'll say. I do think that like I'm not here for anybody doing this to the country, but I do understand it though. Like I get because country is a big one of the bigger markets now. Like shout out to I got Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll was a
Yeah.
rapper at first. Now he's in the country lane. What's it? Post Malone. Like Post Malone's in the rapper lane now.
Shabuzi, got
I
a
mean
black dude with the
Shabuzi.
locks and shit.
Yeah.
He's crossing the
So
bridge.
Akon is a go getter. He's a paper chaser. He keep the block on fire, as we know from it's from the little city he built in Africa. But no, I ain't mad at this. I'm never going to listen to it. Like, it won't even come across my radar. It better not even be in my suggestions on none of my streaming sites. But I do understand it, and I think people are going to listen to it. Like people fuck with Akon, white people, black people, Africans, all people. They fuck with Akon. So I think it's smart to do because he gonna make some money from it. So. I don't think it's a bad idea, but I wouldn't. I'm not here for it, and I don't know one artist that I would listen to that could do this. Even though I do fuck with some country music.
Yeah, this is a tricky one. Akon seems like an opportunist. I've been thinking about this for 5 years. Was nasty. That was nasty work. You ain't thought about it. You thought about it when he asked you. Like, let's be honest. But and he also kind of comes off like a trend chaser. I remember when Takashi got out, he jumped in the studio and redid "Locked Up" with him, just to kind of get them looks and yeah, just Akon has kind of minimized himself to like little interview quotes and just kind of chasing trends, and that's is what this comes off as. The rap. Let me go run and get a country person on my hook is starting to get a little bit trendy. Although I do like Moneybag Yo song is okay. The whiskey joint and the Big X song is actually pretty solid too. So I guess as long as the songs are at least good to great, then it's cool. But I didn't listen. I've never listened to an Akon album in my life. I didn't listen to his R&B shit or whatever it is. I'm damn sure not listening to the country versions of that shit. Like, I don't want to hear a country version of Locked Up in
I'm
2025.
locked up.
No, I didn't have that on my bingo card. And if I'd have known it was on my bingo card, I would have thrown it away. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't know another artist who I would have do a country album, but there may be some people I would listen to like a rock. If you could like flip an album into some alternative shit, like Jay did that with the Linkin Park stuff, like something like that. Okay, cool. Count me in for that. But the country, it's just not my genre, bro. Leanne Rhymes is the only one I'm fucking with.
Hey, you need to listen to that Red Clay Stripes. That shit fire.
I don't believe you.
Wondering why? I'm gonna send it to you when we get through. I dare you to tell me this ain't fire. I'm gonna send you that Wondering Why by the Red Clay Stripes when we get through.
Never heard
That
of it.
shit fire.
It
Nah,
probably
it
don't
ain't
even
on your
sound
ass.
like a country song then if it's fire.
Nah, it's some country shit. It's some country shit.
It's a
I got
still.
three good country songs that I listen to on a regular basis. It's that one, Red Clay Stripes, Wondering Why, Keith Urban, Blue Ain't Your Color, and of course Tennessee Whiskey. You don't fuck with the Tennessee Whiskey?
The fuck? I don't even know what that is.
You ain't never heard Tennessee Whiskey.
No, what is that?
That's
I probably, if I hear it,
insane.
I probably have. If
You
it's
done
like
heard
that,
Tennessee Whiskey. Yeah, you done heard Tennessee Whiskey before.
if
I'm
it's
gonna
one
send
of them
all of them to you.
ones, how old is it?
It can't be 5, 6 years old. It ain't that
Oh,
old.
okay. I don't know.
You done heard of Chris Stapleton before?
Yeah, I've heard the name. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So if you heard the name, that's because of that song.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so 100.
Yeah, I'm
percent
I'm supreme skip on that shit.
Yeah, y'all let us know what y'all favorite country songs
Oh my god.
are in the
If it ain't Leanne
comments.
Rhymes, how do I live without you? I don't know it.
All three of these songs frying it. I fuck with the
What?
Leanne Rhymes, but all three of these are frying it. I promise. When I send you these, if you respond back and say they ain't hitting, you hating. I'm gonna send you these soon as we get done
No
too.
way.
Y'all check them out. Let us know what y'all think. Are those songs banging? And do you got a favorite country song that you fuck with? Wins or losses before we get out of here. AB, first win or loss. T Grizzly. He gets a new Barack Obama face chain. Is that a win or a loss?
Man, he said he was inspired by Central C, who has the Queen of England on his
That's
chain.
insane.
They are both insane. I didn't
That's
know people were still doing
insane.
custom chain. If he was using this as like a branding thing, I'd be here for it. But it looks silly, bro. And I'm washed. It wasn't even clean how it looked. Like at least Central C's actually had some decent like detail to it.
Yeah.
But getting Barack, oh yeah, I'm cool, man. I fuck with T Grizzly, but this is a L, bro. His music career is he's pretty much a streamer now on PS5 and Grand Theft Auto and all or whatever fuck Grand Theft Auto is on. He do that now, and so the Barack chain, I don't see it
Wait,
benefiting
what?
his
T
career.
Grizzly. T Grizzly plays Grand Theft Auto online, and that's why he's famous now.
Yeah, he get crazy bread off of there.
That's crazy. I did
Yeah,
not know that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not rocking no. Let me think. Yeah, that's nobody's face chain I'm rocking. This is crazy.
Just for the
Especially
record,
not.
he gets 50,000 a week on his Grand Theft server. And that was in 2022. He said that on $1 million worth of game.
So 200 grand a month.
Yeah.
5 months he had 1 million. 10 months he had 2 million.
Yeah.
That's solid money to play fucking GTA. God damn. I might give me a Barack chain if I was making that for playing GTA, but I don't. So I'm not. Now I ain't getting nobody face chain on
You
my
would get the
like
George
they.
Washington face?
Nah, like the only face chain I would get is probably my mom's. Like, and you know how people get the pictures and
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
that's
that.
hard.
I do that,
The
moms or
family.
grandmas. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
ain't. I'm not putting nobody face chain on my. I'm not doing that.
Unless it's my face. I'll
Uh
put my face on there. Like
you would.
that's
You
Ross
definitely
one. That's one of the funniest Ross chains, dude. He put
facts.
yeah his face.
Facts. That is with the beard and shit. That was hilarious. Next winner, a lost Kodak Black. Man, we talk bad about him a lot. Drug problems, all these other things. But in winner or lost news, he pays the rent for 200 residents in. I don't know if it's his hometown or not, but it was in Florida. So he pays the rent for 200 residents in a project complex. This is a win or a loss.
Yeah, it was in the Golden Acres neighborhood in Florida, the same one that he grew up in. He paid the cost of 2 months worth of rent. Hey man, this is a big W. I'm always a fan of this type of work, type of stuff, man. Y'all think 2 months ain't man? Why he didn't do the whole year? 2 months go a long way, bro. two
Bruh.
months of breathing room for somebody can go
And
a
I can
very long
stack.
way. So,
Facts.
triple salute to him. Again, he said, man, he did it too, and he wasn't the one that said it. Someone else came out and shed light on it. So, salute to Kodak for that. That's a real nigga move.
Facts. And for the haters to say, oh, I mean, it's the projects. They rent ain't that much. It don't matter.
Nah,
They
that
didn't have to pay it for 2 months, bro. Like that's for him to even be thinking about that when most motherfuckers don't, that's the win in it. Like it don't matter how
200
much it
residents, bro.
was.
That's a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
people,
and,
fam.
and it don't matter how much money it was. It matters that he did it and he was thinking about it because he know what the circumstances is like there. That's a W. Shout out to Kodak, man. Lastly, before we get out of here to on deck of the week and put ons, AB YSL has removed all Gunner paraphernalia, photos, everything from its website. What do you think? Win or
Good,
loss?
man. It's a W. Just make it official, dog. Let's not leave things up in the air. Like we're not gonna don't get anybody's hopes up for a Young Thug Gunna collab, and all. It's done. It's over with. Gunna has proven that he doesn't need them anymore. He's proven to be successful minus the YSL machine, if there ever was such a thing. Now it's Young Thug's turn to prove that he can be successful without Gunna in a way that Lil Baby has not been able to do. So I'm interested in that. I've never been on YSL's website. I know they had one. So it didn't matter. This didn't matter to me any fucking way. Shout out to YSL. Who the fuck is going on YSL's
Hey,
website?
hey, checking the YSL website is insane. I want to know how did you even know that they took Gunner off, bro?
Who's
Like that's
scraping YSL
crazy.
website, bro? Like, I'm
Damn, they
good.
took Gunner off. Like really? They
Wait a
got a
minute. He was
site?
here
What's
last
the
week.
site?
Like, what?
You checked it twice in a month? How do you know he gone? When did you last check the YSL site, bro? And what were you looking for?
You got
That's
alerts?
what I want to know. What were you looking for on the YSL site?
So,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't,
I
this shit
agree
don't mean
with
nothing to
you.
me.
Yeah, it's not an L. This is a W. If I'm gonna man, like it's been long enough, bro. Just stop associating me with that shit.
That's it.
Like it's fine, bro. I make good music. I've had two good albums since this shit came out. Y'all niggas have yet to do anything. I'm not associated with the streets. I was just talking about like I don't commit crimes, bro. I'm a tax paying citizen. So if I'm gonna, I don't give a fuck what y'all calling me, bro. I'm making music. I'm in shape. I'm getting money. I got bitches. Like I don't give a fuck
I
about
don't
none
want
of
to
that
be on
game.
YSL web. Take me off
Oh yeah, as a
YSL.
matter of fact, yes, nigga, take me off just in case y'all get indicted again, nigga. Like fuck that. Hey, this is a W for Gunner. Like fuck all that shit, nigga. Thank you, nigga. My lawyers asked for this, nigga. Y'all didn't move me off, nigga. I asked for this. I ain't trying to be in court with y'all niggas ever again in my life. Shit. Yeah, this is a W as hell. What we got for on deck of the week, AB?
Man, we're going to Spotify. Shout out to Ace Hunted. No jumper gone, but on deck is still on deck. Let's go.
Facts. Let's
Yes.
get it, baby. recession proof out here.
You already know, man. Let's go to YouTube too, man. Shout out to Hendrix Loco. He said AB hype for the Pistons to lose in the first round is crazy. Hold on now. That ain't aging too well, Hendrix Loco. Let's go Pistons in five.
In five is insane.
Let's go. Also, shout out to Cold Chillin', man. Best 90s soundtrack is Above the Rim. It's just the perfect blend of hip hop and
Good pick.
R&B. The best 2000s is Get Rich or Die Trying with Hustle and Flow in a close second place. I do
Damn,
fuck
forgot
with that
about that
Hustle and
hustle and
Flow
flow.
soundtrack
Forgot
though.
about that. Whoop that trick.
Yeah, it's got some good songs on there. He also says Master P is far better than Birdman. Birdman has zero classic albums. He has no Ghetto Dope, Ice Cream Man, no TRU projects, or Last Don. He's got some dope tracks here and there, but Ghetto D alone wins this.
I listened to that Ghetto D today.
How it hold up?
Yeah,
I agree.
it's still that. It's definitely still that.
I agree.
Like it's still that. Like it put me right back into the damn. I was
Facts.
doing this shit when this shit. Yeah, it's definitely still that.
Facts. What you got me put on, man?
I have a new podcast for y'all true crime fans out there, man. I heard a fucking crazy story on this podcast called Bone Valley. If you are into true crime podcasts and one podcast like throughout a season telling a story about some wild shit that happened, go check out that Bone Valley. No spoilers, but if you do check it out, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. That shit is insane. So yeah, y'all go check out Bone Valley. What you got?
Two new books. I haven't started them yet. Well, one just came in. The other one I'm still waiting on. But I was watching Larry June. He had a vlog. I think it was him and like a Two Chainz vlog, or it might have been an Alchemist vlog. And Larry June was in it. And I think they were at Breakfast Club and they ran into Wallow. And Wallow kind of pulled Larry June to the side and gave him two books. Like, hey, bro, you need to check these out. But it was kind of like a real quick piece of the vlog. It was real low key. I had to pause it and zoom in and see what the books were. And I read about them and I was like, I got to have these. One of them is 101 things I learned in advertising school. And then the second one that did come in, it's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. It's from Paul Arden from 2007. He gave him these two. He gave him the book. He was like, nigga, look, take these two. This marketing joint is gonna be for your do. And then like it cut off. You know how them vlogs be kind of moving kind of quick.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what's that? What is he? Let me see what that is. So I zoomed in. I like how they read. I mean, excuse me. I like the previews of them, and so found them on eBay brand new for like dumb cheap, like $4, like something crazy. So I'll keep y'all posted, man. I'm gonna get started on these ASAPington.
I got some Audible credits. I need you to text them to me when we get done, because I'm definitely need someone. Let's do. I got one more. As we talked about business earlier on this podcast, man, John Hope Bryant. I don't know if people are familiar with him, but if you not get familiar with him, especially if you're trying to get your finances right, he did a great fucking interview on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco. He has his own podcast out now. It's called Money and Wealth with John Hope Bryant. If you are concerned in any financial thing, man, he breaks that shit down. And it ain't a nigga that's talking from like, oh, you gotta have this much money. Like, he tell you how to start from zero. Like John Hope Bryant Money and Wealth podcast, please go listen to that. If you can, not even concerned, if you have any interest about your financial future, go listen to that John Hope Bryant Money and Wealth, bro. You will appreciate it.
I mean, he was just on Breakfast Club about 2 weeks ago.
Facts. Yes, that dude. He a beast. He is a beast.
I can see that.
So go check out that podcast, Money and Wealth.
There it is, man. Another episode in the books, guys. Again, let us know. Give us a couple of your favorite songs from the 2020s. Excuse me. Are you believing what Lil Wayne has to say about not hearing Watch the Throne? And is Belly Gang Cushion $100 white tee smart, cool? Because, hey, real quick, Nipsey did have a $100 free mixtape. To be fair,
it was a mixtape. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But it was free.
I'm not mad at the white t-shirt if something is on there. Like, be a belly in the corner, like just something identifiable. But there's no way you telling me you went and bought a bulk of white t-shirts, wrapped them up, and they're trying to sell them for $100. I respect it because you say you made 100 in them, but we know marketing a little bit. I ain't an expert. But it gotta be something identifiable from it. It can't just be the packaging, bro. It can't just be, oh, a nigga gotta record this, open it up, let them know I got $100 tee on. Like, how I'm gonna know that when you pull up to the after party or whatever, the listening or Linux, yeah, like I don't know that that's a Belly Gang cookies and t-shirt, bro. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
that's nuts.
So
That's crazy. But yeah,
it
man, y'all
is.
let us know in the comments. Appreciate it, man. Anything else before we get out of here?
That's it, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us each week, and for the years that you have, we out. Peace.
Yes, sir.